and thank you for joining me today on Loyal World Info. Another day of the global spinning, another day of global news to digest. I offer a sane, rational voice for an insane, rational time. I will be your host, but first, let me share a little bit about me. I look forward to waking up to the international news like a child opening a Christmas present. I never know how I will act or activities I will do until after I unwrap my present. In the news case, what will I learn? What will it cause me to think about? What will I reflect back on? And what will I share with others? Stay with me and let's open presents together. Now, let's get into today's topics. All right, the topics of the day for August 14th, 2020. Vietnamese COVID vaccine set for human trials in October. Vietnam to buy Russia COVID-19 vaccine. Cabinet approves lowering age of majority to 18. Micheal Jordan sneakers to sell for $615,000. Now, let's get into it. Okay, let's get into our first article of the day, and this will kind of be interesting when it comes to our second article of the day. So, Vietnamese COVID-19 vaccine set for human trials in October. So that's not too far away. Congratulations. Hanoi, first phase of human trial on a made in Vietnam COVID-19 vaccine could begin as early as this October. The Institute of Vaccines and Medical Biologicals in Nong Trong City, partnering with New York City-based School of Medicine and the global health nonprofit organization PATH, expected to conduct testing on a small group of volunteers in October through December this year. Ironically, I am in Nong Trong and I work at this university, not for the medical department though. In phase 2, conspiring larger groups of people, and phase 3, comprising up to thousands, will be conducted at the beginning of 2021. The Institute plans to submit documents of approval to the Health Ministry as early as April next year and claims to be capable of producing 30 million doses a year. By October 2021, the vaccine could be distributed to the general population. The IVAC is researching an egg-based vaccine making use of the Newcastle disease virus expressing the spike protein of SARS-CoV-2. According to Dong Hu Dai, head of the IVIC, the production of the COVID-19 vaccine will be similar to the production of influenza vaccine. The live NDALS virus given from its U.S. partner in May is injected to the membrane of fertilized hen's eggs, and cultivated, then protracted viruses are extracted from the membrane to be inactivated while still maintain their physical properties. The now vaccine virus is unable to cause diseases and still will trigger the body's immune system responses that can target the virus. Okay, so basically they want to put something into the body, the vaccine, so the body, you know how the immune system works. It detects there's a sickness, then the white blood cells get what they need, they go out and they counter it and solve the issue. So that's what they're hoping to do with this. So this is interesting though, because if you recall, Vietnam was one of the first countries to get, or probably the first, to get COVID test authenticated and shipped to EU as a seal of approval for testing. So they are going pretty fast, but there is going to be a small issue with this that's coming up. And I do want to congratulate all the Vietnamese that are doing this and working hard to get this vaccine to help the Vietnamese people and to help their businesses and country regrow. Now, I want to get into the second article because this goes against everything the Vietnamese are doing. Okay. So Vietnam to buy Russia's COVID-19 vaccine. Now, if you recall, yesterday, my YouTube, I'll put a card up. We talked about this article yesterday, how Russia hasn't even done stage 3 testing, but they said they had a vaccine, and many countries bought millions of vaccines already, even though it has not been proven. So today, in the paper, Vietnam was one of the buyers. And it's kind of funny because they're buying this vaccine, which kind of contradicts them congratulating their people for making their own vaccine, and they're buying something that's untested. So is Russia doing scare or panic tactics to become rich? Yes, no, what do you think? Let's read the story. Hanoi, Vietnam's health ministry has registered to buy a Russian COVID-19 vaccine, state televised reporter said on Friday as the Southeast Asian country fights a new outbreak of the coronavirus following months of no local cases. Russia said on Wednesday the first batch of the world's first COVID-19 vaccine would be rolled out within 2 weeks, rejecting as groundless the safety concerns aired by some experts over Moscow's rapid approval of the drug. In the meantime, Vietnam will still continue developing the country's own COVID-19 vaccine, state broadcaster Vietnam Television said. The ministry did not say how many doses the Russia vaccine it had ordered or when it expected to receive them. Vietnam's own homegrown vaccine will be available by the end of 2021, as we discovered. Vietnam was launched for suppressing an earlier contagion through aggressive testing, contact tracing, and quarantine, but it is now racing to control infections in multiple locations linked to the popular holiday city Da Nang, where a new outbreak was detected on July 25th. So Vietnam has reported a total of 917 infections and 21 deaths. Yeah, that's true. Prime Minister Park has warned that the risk of the widespread of the virus is very high and said that the next several days would be critical in fighting the outbreak. Actually, the cases have actually gone down less than 20 per day, sometimes less than 10, so it's not that bad. The head of Vietnam's coronavirus task force, Vu Doc Don, said on Friday that Vietnamese now had no choice but to live safely with the virus. We have implemented the antivirus measures of a poor country, so everyone has to stay alert and know how to protect themselves from the virus, Dom said according to media. So, all right, so what do you think? Do you think, again, that Vietnam is rushing to buy something from Russia in panic, or Russia's strong-arming them to get it, or is Vietnam willingly handing over money versus just telling people, be safe for a few months and we'll have our own vaccine? Give your comments below. What happens if your country, because remember, Vietnam is only one country. We don't know what countries bought this vaccine and which countries might start mandating it upon you. So how would you feel if your country is ordering this vaccine and they force you to take it? I would like to know. Moving on to a very hot topic, I guess you could say. This takes place in Taiwan, and the cabinet approves lowering the age of mandatory to 18. So by this, they mean you become an adult at 18, because currently it is 20 in Taiwan. So 20 to drive, 20 to get married, 20 to run for office, 20 to open a business, and so on. But they're going to lower it to 18. But as I read this, you'll see how there's some sexist or social justice warrior stuff. So let's get into it. The executive yuan yesterday approved a package of amendments to the civil code that would lower the age majority from 20 to 18, which, if passed by the legislative yuan, is expected to take effect in 2023. The package includes 38 legal amendments involving 14 central government agencies. Minister without portfolio Loy Chong told the newspaper. Okay, so the proposals were made to bring the nation in line with the international trend as the age of majority in US, UK, France, Germany are all 18, Lowe said, adding that Japan also passed legislation to lower the age to 18. Well, big deal. Do we always follow trends, or can we be ourselves? Besides, if I recall right, Mexico and Korea and a few other Asian countries are 19 or 15. The age of criminal responsibility is 18, but the legal age defined by the code is 20, which has resulted in incongruities, he said. Furthermore, the legal age of marriage for men is 18, but 16 for women, which runs counter to the values of gender equality. So yeah, this is what I want to get to. So a woman can get married at 16, but a man can't. Where's that feminist equality? Where's that social justice warrior equality? Nope. We want superiority, not equality. International experts have said the nation's marriageable age for women conservatives, the UN Convention and Rights of the Child, and the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, and that allowing women to marry at the age of 16 is tantamount to containing child marriage, he said. Really? So when does the UN get to tell other countries what they can and cannot do? What do you think? Do you think it's good or bad that women can get married earlier at 16? I mean, I think in California you can get a driver's license at 16, but you can't get married. It's actually rape if you have sex at 16. The legal age in the code was defined in 1929, which no longer fits today's need, considering how much more mature young people are today than the past, he said. Really? Can we ask those people that are riding all over America that they're more mature? If passed, Taiwanese who have turned 18 would be able to do a list of things they would otherwise have had to wait, including renting a house, signing a contract, opening a bank account, starting a company, or serving as a company director, filing a lawsuit, or becoming members of commercial or educational groups, he said. So see, that's kind of interesting that they have to be 20 to do all that. Open a bank account, you got to be 20. Wow. Or starting a company. In America, I think you can start a company like at 14 or 11 in some cases. The lowering of the legal age would have profound impact on the nation and usher in a new era, he said, adding that it is imperative that all the agencies affected adjustments or administrative work accordingly. So here's one question I have with you. At what age can you do what in your country? For example, in California or America, you can be 16 and drive a car. You can be 18 and vote, and then you have to be 21 to drink, but you have to be 25 to run for Congress or a president. So that's kind of like the ballpark. What about your country? What are the ages you have to be to do things? I would be interested to know what country you're from and what the age requirements are. There are 110 nations in the world that are set their age, the majority age, at 18, he said. Academic civil groups are have long called for the age to be lowered, and the changes have been proposed in responsible to the expectations, he said. Keep in mind, sometimes people want younger people for the age for voting purposes, and well, you can give younger people free candy and they'll vote for you while you put harsh laws upon them. Government agencies should communicate extensively with the legislative, and so the proposals could swiftly be passed. Anyway, so I want to know what your thoughts on this are. Are these good, bad, so-so, or whatnot? Are you up for the change or against it? Please like, comment, subscribe. Okay, moving on to our last article today. Wow, those are nice red shoes. They look kind of worn though. I wonder. Oh, the Micheal Jordan sneakers. And they sell for $615,000. Wow. In New York, a pair of Micheal Jordan game-worn sneakers sold for $615,000 at Chelsea's auction house, said on Thursday, shattering a record set just months ago by the sale of another pair of the basketball legend's shoes. Were you guys ever a Micheal Jordan fan? Have you ever bought anything from a celebrity, whether it's a sports star, K-pop star, whatever? What did you buy and how much did you spend? And were you happy with your purchase? The sneakers were a pair of Air Jordan 1 highs that the NBA megastar wore during a 1985 expedition match in Italy, in which he dunked the ball so hard it shattered the glass backboard. This is the original shoe with the actual piece of the backboard. A piece of glass is in the sole of the shoe, said Caution Dorwin, head of the handbag and sneaker sale Christie's, which organized the auction in Stadium Goods. Jordan racked up 30 points while wearing the size 13.5 shoes. Wow, that's kind of big. What kind of size shoe do you wear? Which are on the red and black colors of his Chicago Bulls team. Yeah, he wore those. Though the sale broke the record set in May, in which a pair of Air Jordans sold for $560,000, the new auction landed well below the estimated $650,000 to $850,000. The record-setting sales highlight that a soaring market value for objects identified with the retired basketball superstar since the release of The Last Dance. Now, it's kind of funny because didn't Kobe Bryant just retire and then we have LeBron James? Or isn't there another NBA star? I think he's number 2 right now. He has a jersey and I guess he did not kneel for the national anthem. He actually stood for it, and now his jersey's selling like hotcakes. I wonder if any of their things are selling pretty high. It also confirms that the lowly sneaker now has a place and pride in the world of the wealthy collectors, along with more traditional collectibles. So again, my question for you, have you bought anything from a famous person, whether it's a K-pop band, a sports star, a celebrity, whatever, movie star? What did you buy and how much did you pay? And lastly, were you happy with the purchase? If you haven't, what would you buy, from who, and how much would you pay for it? Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Well, that will conclude Loyal World News. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Feel free to like, subscribe, or drop a comment below. If you're on the go, listen to my podcast with the link provided in the description. I will see you tomorrow to share more world news.